In a game as fast-paced as Smash Ultimate, moving around the stage as quickly as possible sounds like the best option for any scenario on paper. But before you run straight into your opponent, slow down. Today, we'll be discussing the importance of taking it slow, planning your movement, and walking before you run. But running feels great, I might hear you say, and you'd be absolutely right. As with everything we discuss, every tool in your arsenal has a time and place. Running is quintessential to getting you into position where you need to be as quickly as possible. Especially when you're in advantage, running to cover your opponent is your best option. However, much of the game takes place in neutral, where you need to be ready for any action your opponent can make. And slowing down the game to a walk can be your first step to understanding the enemy. Next up, let's try and get inside your opponent's head and discuss what differentiates walking from running. The moment you commit to running, you're committing to your initial dash. While in this initial dash state, you're locked out of any option outside of dash attacking and jumping. Every character's initial dash is different in its length and duration, so it's always good to take the time to practice with your favorite characters to see their differences. After your initial dash, you'll transition into your character's run animation. While in this state, you're limited to jumping, dash attacking, alongside your shield. As you can see, you're trading the amount of options you have for speed once you commit to a run. Take the next 5 to 10 minutes practicing dashing by flicking the stick and letting go. Alongside that, practice running by flicking and holding the stick. See what options you can perform and how long it takes to exit the dash or running animations. After you're worn out from some exercising, let's take some time to walk and see what we can do from there. Although walking doesn't cover as much distance as quickly as running does, you have access to your entire arsenal. All of your tilts, every smash attack, and much more precise control over your own positioning. Although you can tilt and smash attack after you cancel your run, you'll still suffer a few frames of lag that you could have saved by walking. Of course, this too is a trade-off. You're giving up speed and rapid movement for some more utility. Your opponent might find it easier to pinpoint where you'll be for an attack if you walk too much, so it's important that you mix up your walk alongside your run throughout each match. Take the next 5 to 10 minutes walking out of a run and vice versa. Additionally, work on utilizing your tilts alongside your walk as well. Once you're comfortable walking the walk and talking your talk, let me tell you about one more trick. Although committing to a full run might limit your options, you can always utilize your initial dash to your benefit. The act of starting a dash multiple times in a row is known as a foxtrot. You can utilize this to either cover more distance on the stage or to keep your opponent on their toes by dashing forward and back. Smash Ultimate has buffed every character's initial dash from the previous game, which means that you can cover great distances quickly with very low lag, allowing you to quickly regain access to all of your resources at the end of your initial dash. You can use this option to cover ground as previously stated, but it's better used to keep your movement unpredictable. If your opponent doesn't know where you're going to be at any given moment, then they're less likely to throw out attacks that will hit their mark. Trick your opponent into thinking that you're dashing towards them, and once they commit to an option, you can simply foxtrot backwards and punish them. Take the next 5 to 10 minutes to foxtrot with your favorite characters. See how much ground you cover and how quickly you can act. Now that you've practiced all these mechanics, let's take it to a real match. It's time to test what you've learned. Take the next 30 to 45 minutes to play against a player of a similar caliber, maybe someone who's learning alongside you. Take this time to play normally, but put extra effort into planning your movement and incorporating walks alongside your runs. Foxtrotting can become very natural very quickly, but make sure you're not becoming predictable. If you only dash forward and back, then your opponent will know what you're going to do before you do. Foxtrot around the stage in ways that get you towards your end goal, and not just because you can. With everything said, I hope that you have a better understanding of your run alongside your walk. It can feel sluggish to work walking into your game plan at first, but the better you incorporate it, the more you're likely to see the utility that it brings to the table. Thank you so much for watching. Today, I was your coach, Ian. I hope you were able to learn something and can apply it to your gameplay. Good luck, competitor.